Hi, welcome to the 8th house synastry series. This is Jupiter in the 8th house synastry. This synastry brings about life experiences, tons of wisdom, expansions, and this is definitely Bonnie and Clyde. Let's begin with the positives. Jupiter can make the 8th houser feel welcomed by the community or social like networks or people that usually the 8th houser would not be comfortable being in. Jupiter can teach 8th houser about deep perspectives of life by actually being the example in real life. Jupiter can accept the 8th houser as they are. So if you have any insecurities or anything, Jupiter will love that. In fact, expand that. Jupiter can see the light or the hope for the 8th houser, even when the 8th houser doesn't see it for themselves. Usually here, Jupiter is the one that throws that light into the 8th houser to see their own talent, their own destiny, and where they should go in the future. Jupiter can make the 8th houser feel comfortable to come out. So whatever the 8th houser is hiding or feels ashamed of, Jupiter can make it possible for the 8th houser to finally open up, or even help the 8th houser to escape certain scenarios. Like Jupiter comes in and gives that luck for the 8th houser to escape either emotionally, mentally, or physically, but it gets done. Their relationship can heal other people's relationship because a lot of people witness the intensity and the genuineness of their relationship, so they feel like they can do it too, or they see that it's something that is socially deep and actually acceptable, so then they try to do the same. Both can start a business to do about the culture or the city or country they're in, but it will be about their actual culture, and also like investments, like big investments, and usually it could be investments like overseas in like a small little island, and it's like their own little secret thing. These two are in constant growth. They're always evolving. Like it or not, they're always evolving. Even if they don't want to, they will keep doing better and being better every time. They can also make a lot of money together because of the Jupiter energy. So it can be a lot of like impulsive luck that comes to them. So when they're together too, there's a lot of like luck that comes towards them all of a sudden. So a lot of miracles tends to happen in their eyes because they're like, what's going on? But that's because Jupiter is involved in this synastry. Now let's talk about the wishy-washy things that are good but can still be bad in long term. 8th houser will initially appreciate the Jupiter knowledge and wisdom, but over time it will get tired of the life lessons and the sermons. 8th houser can feel that Jupiter picks and chooses when to be there for them. A lot of the times Jupiter likes to do justice warrior, and 8th houser does not want to listen to that. A lot of times when Jupiter actually comes to their wisdom of what they think is wrong with the 8th houser, instead of asking, Jupiter will like make an assumption because they think they are the know-it-alls, and they usually will tend to say that to the 8th houser, I know more than you, so this is what you're going through, and force that to be the 8th houser's belief when it's really not what's going on. Usually here as well, 8th houser already has like past that issue, and only now that Jupiter is noticing. Jupiter has a hard time dealing with the 8th houser's rejectment, like the reject of maybe not accepting things or not doing things the way Jupiter wants. Jupiter can really like have a grudge for a lifetime over it. Houser can confuse Jupiter's confidence for evilness. A lot of times Jupiter might actually want to do something and the 8th houser feels like they're doing it out of revenge, or that, you know, Jupiter is pretending to be someone they're not to the outside world. And, you know, 8th house can be that person that consistently puts Jupiter down because they don't really believe Jupiter is really being themselves. Jupiter can also mask being happy and then heavily, and I mean heavily, project onto the 8th house. 8th houser can also secretly be jealous of Jupiter's sudden luck. They don't understand how Jupiter has this luck and is also annoying to them because it's like they only get luck if Jupiter is around them, and they don't like that. They might even start thinking ways to pass to Jupiter or get things using Jupiter without Jupiter knowing. 8th houser can steal also Jupiter's connections, like friends or social circles. 8th house can have like a mission to like take it all away and exclude Jupiter and take over Jupiter's life. Here as well, there can be some like spiritual abuse, so be careful with that. Now let's talk about the side thoughts or side comments. This synastry brings a lot of like random moments of healing the other. Usually here, Jupiter is the foreigner or the one that maybe is in a different like town or like country and then comes over and meets the 8th houser. But usually also both are from different ethnicities or backgrounds. But usually Jupiter is the one that travels and then meets the 8th houser. Jupiter also could be 8th houser's lawyer. Both can go to places they've never been before that is very like risky or very like difficult to get into, like certain competitions or things like that together. Usually here, Jupiter is the one that is in constant energy and the 8th houser is the one with the calmer energy. So if you see these two walking together, you're going to notice Jupiter is the one always like doing something and always on the go, and the 8th house is the one more chill. Usually Jupiter is younger or has like a younger mentality compared to the 8th houser. Synastry also could be part of the LGBTQA+, and this is also why it's a really deep synastry, but very explorative and accepting each other for what you are and learning each other and making sure that we are really taking care of each other against everybody, against the world. No matter what it is, this relationship can change the outcome or how people see a certain thing in their own life. So if you're in contact with these people that have this synastry, you might feel like they're making you change how you view certain things in life.